Well, if there's a time to fail, then it's definitely New Year's. uh, I'm the Scarecrow. This is Scarcely Relevant, and honestly, this is just an attempt to see how all of this works. Because I'm not a YouTuber professionally, nor for any of that sort of stuff. So I'm honestly just giving this a shot, and let's just jump into it. So with how the year's been, I've actually been playing a lot of smaller games, just things. Actually, surprisingly, on the whole, Deadly Headley's version of This Is an Xbox, uh, I've been playing a lot on this. I got a Rogue Ally for my birthday, and well, actually, my wife got me one for my birthday, and it's just been fantastic to kind of play on. So I've been using that to kind of actually enjoy just you know, take it easy, play something relaxing, and just honestly play in the little moments that I get between a lot of major work. So you know, it's those fun little things. And Wild Frost came up only a few weeks ago, so I've actually been throwing a whole lot of time into it. So I was also just going to sit here and play, and if anybody appears, then I suppose we'll chat. But if not, that's all right. I'm also just adjusting a few things here. All right. It seems nothing broke there. So it means that at least my preview's off to the side and I can kind of see what the hell's going on. All right. So basic premise for this is really just a simple little card battler roguelike. It's a surprising amount of fun because everything is unlocked over time. And it just like as you go through, things unlock throughout the game, such as additional cards and bits and pieces, and it uses very much the Hades system. Like I think Hades has done it best. Obviously, there's games that have done it before that, but Hades is definitely the kind of gold standard. So I'm just gonna jump in and just keep playing through. So they unlock tribes as you go, and three different tribes with three different styles of play. So everything, hearts, obviously, health, the little shell things of, yeah, I suppose shell things is probably the best way to put it. Is the, actually, I might, no, I'm not going to adjust anything. I'll probably break it. The little shells are kind of like armor or damage, blocks a hit. But for everything, there's particular standards for your characters, and then there's specific skills such as the restore 3 health on kill, or aimless means that when you lay down on the board, you can just attack anyone. So that's just one group of them. Then there's another tribe, so apply to vulnerable. So that means that that effect goes onto an enemy and it gets consumed. It does double damage for any damage that enemy takes. Apply 1 snow is obviously a slowdown effect. Then there's smack back, which is that if that character gets hit by any attack, whether it's a kind of AoE or just a directly targeted attack, it just goes smack and hits them back for the damage that they do. My personal favorite has actually been these boys here. Ooh, that's pretty good. The shroom is just like a dot damage dealer that goes through. It's nice. It works. Low damage though, or for every now obviously each roll on it has a certain amount of movements that you a certain amount of turns for each attack. So a smack back means you only counter attack after you've taken a hit. But for these guys, every 4 turns, they will attack. They will do 2 damage and they will apply that 1 effect to all enemies. Or every 4 turns, they will do 4 damage, and each 4 turns they will restore 2 health to all allies. I have to go with health. Health is obviously the best thing. So then there's particular allies, so additional effects that you can use. Demonize, fantastic. Let's go with this. And as you can see, I've had a few people die. Horrible, horrible deaths, but you know, what can you do? Right, so it's pretty much, you know, 6 card layout on both sides, and then for each round of turns you get cards along the bottom that you'll see, and those enemies will then appear. Actually, I might just adjust. Now look at that. Hey, that actually worked pretty well, and I didn't manage to break anything. I am shocked. I've honestly been expecting that everything that I touch in this is just going to fall apart. So for all of this, just, you know, lay out your cards, and then for wherever you are, it's generally the attacks are in lines, but if you're the only card on the board, you will be attacked by everyone. So as we go through here, kind of very standard kind of layouts, very simplified. I think this game was originally on mobile. Let's find out, actually. Wild Frost game. Let's have a look at their website. I'm sure they're going to be able to say it there. It's on Steam. It's on Switch. It's on Apple. It's on Google. So yeah, it is on all devices. It has a really great touch interface, even on the native PC version, which I've mostly been playing this on the ROG Ally. And even at some points, just using the gamepad on it, there's points where you just like, you know, stuff it. I'm actually gonna push this a little bit. Oh yeah, I'll also, yeah, listen to that lovely ambient sounds and the random bells in the distance. I don't know what that's about, but a really simplified method. I think it's actually one of those points where a game has done well in utilizing a simplified method for a simplified input system. So using a touch interface, which you can see for everything, even though there's shortcuts here, like right button to hit the redraw bell or hitting the wave bell there, they're placed on the screen that when you're playing on the ROG Ally, it's very easy to just kind of move your thumb over and hit the touch screen, and it will activate it and use that point. So it's managed to translate quite well, but it's one of those design things that seems to have worked well in also how they lay out the simplicity of the cards, but the technicality, the technical expertise in how broad you can play it. They've really done well there. So as with a lot of things, there are standard attacks, there are buffs, and there are debuffs. So then you've also got other cards that you can put down. So I'm going to put this little demon puppy goat thing down. And now it's gone through one turn. So the redraw bell down in the bottom right-hand corner has now cycled down to 3. So then as it reads there, discard your hand, draw 6 new cards. Every 4 turns, it will refresh to a point where it then kicks in and you can hit that and redraw cards for free. But if you hit it before that point, it then moves the turn forward one. That's also the same for the wave bell for the enemies, that if you've wiped out everybody and you're set and you just want to kind of get on with it, because you might have some cards down on the bottom that you're like, I really want to use these cards, they're really great. You can do that. You can hit that and just push it through and bring them in. It's a free action. But now that we've gone forward one turn, because I put Loki down, now we've gone from 2 on this guy to 1. So he's going to attack in the next movement. 2 health, 1 damage. I'm just going to smack him. So there he goes. And as soon as you attack an enemy, this track kicks in, and it's a jaunty little tune. It does get stuck in your head, but I don't really see that as a bad thing. Now here, because Loki's in the top row, he's automatically going to attack the Gogong at the top. It's a little bit too low on health, so what we can do is hit him with that. I've now been the wild snoof hit with snow, so my counter's been frozen and I can't react. So that kind of sucks. But we can give him some of, Now, okay, now that we've done the turns, we've got the redraw bell. And the wave bell is saying that after this next turn, a new wave of enemies is going to be coming in. So fuck him. And here they are. So I'm going to buff this guy here because these goblins are fantastic to hit. So now all of my cards have gone through, and it's now the case for the redraw. So hit the right button. Now we've got a redraw. Few difference in Sunrod's being able to bring down your counter quickly by 2. That does use a turn, but it is a fantastic thing if you've got, say, 2 on your counter and you're wanting to really kick in quickly. I don't like goblins getting away, so fuck him. Now, it's a block, so it only takes 1 hit because it's only got 1 health, but we've now got 4 damage on the top, and let's buff him a little bit. Buff! Yeah, get fucked. Freeze this guy. Now, as my character, then just restored 2 health to the other character because that turn went through. So, let's see. Now, yeah, with a lot of the bosses, they generally come in on the 2nd or 3rd wave for this game, and they usually have a pretty interesting little unique skill. So the gain +1 ally, gain +1 damage when an ally is killed, and with all of these little guys being 2 health, 2 turns, I'm gonna kill these guys. So this guy's gonna get buffed up to +5. And potentially if another wave came through, then there's even more of them. So we can just put him on delay. I can take a couple of hits. Oh shit, no I can't. That is really not good. All right, so I need to take out this guy. And now if this dude hits me. Now, here's an advantage I have. You can at any point swap out. And that does mean that, yeah, now Loki's going to take the hit, and for 5 damage, 5 health, it's going to suck. But what I'm thinking here is I can do this. Ah, even better. All right, so yeah, victory, and very lovely cutesy sort of graphics. But then much like Slay the Spire, if you've played that, there are kind of bonuses or things between each the battle. So there's generally about 3 of them. So Bling Snail Cave, name's pretty pretty straight off the bat. Money, other companions, other actual enemies that you can, or friendlies that you can put on the board. Charms are small little advantages, and treasure is particular cards or things that will assist you. So I'm a sucker for a charm. Charms work fantastically because if you get them in the right sort of arrangement, not like this one, they are great for something, but setting your heart to 1 for fragile is sucky. But let's just save it for later. So next, on to treasure. It's fun having these sorts of games coming through on Game Pass as well, because these aren't generally things that I'd want to jump in and play. Prior to this, I was actually playing a lot of Stalker 2, but unfortunately, as I told to a few people in a friendly Discord that I'm in, I lost about 5 hours of gameplay, and that absolutely sucked. It just pulled all my motivation because it was 5 hours of push through, just absolute push through. Oh, and people are sending me alerts, which is very nice of them. Yet more. Okay, if there is anybody watching this in the future, because there's certainly nobody watching live right now, what is with all of these people just jumping into Blue Sky and just following you for no reason, but also following you on the weirdest possible things, like well, I lost the keycap there. The strangest things have been particular posts that I've not really done with any sort of interest or attention to it, and for some reason people just keep liking it specifically and then commenting. It has to be an AI or a bot thing, right? Okay, but regardless, yeah, Stalker 2. Depending on how I'm feeling later, I might actually jump into it. Although if there are people watching, I might have to give them a heads up that we're late game, so there's spoilers. Okay, Spice, fantastic buff if you manage to get a specific follower who has the ability to hold on to Spice, where it's a consumed ability that when you attack somebody, when it triggers, then it resets back to 0. But there's some of the followers out there that they don't consume it. It stays with them. So their attack just absolutely skyrockets. It's quite good. Hold on. Oh, YouTube is saying that it is not liking things right now. It's not receiving enough to keep things keeps things unbuffered. Well, that sucks. We're just going to keep going anyway. Molten Dip I quite like because it applies to all of your guys in a row and increases the damage by 2, which can be a really great sort of thing. Although I'm going to go with the spice because you never know. Bang bang. All right. Damn. All right. So Big Berry has been a frontliner for me in previous ones because, yeah, when he kills someone, 2 health to himself and all allies on his row, which means it's great to put some more fragile people behind him because he's always just getting that last hit and just bang, bang, bang. It works out quite well. I've never used this guy because I don't want him hitting the people behind me, but also he's not a great damage dealer. You really need to add charms to him. This, however, is fantastic. And if you get a charm that then gives you that that specific skill of block, it is amazing because when you get hit with it, when you get hit and you lose it, or an ally loses it, she hits all enemies. So that's then 3 damage across everyone on the board. Got to go with her. So, and look, it's still working. And it's buffering here and there. I am not sure why. Okay. Alright. Nobody's applying damage, but they do tick down. So I'm going to put Nova there. Now, before these guys apply this, you want to take out this dude because he will apply additional damage when any of his friends attack us. So in 3 turns, they're going to apply 4 poison and he's going to apply another 2. So fuck him right out of there. And again, the jaunty music kicks in. So, I'm going to buff. Pause you. Boof. Okay, so now we're getting into the... There we go. I love that. All right, redraw bell. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yep, we're gonna go with that. Oh, that hurts. Jesus. Yeah, let's do this. I'm really just kind of throwing it in there because there's a likelihood that I'm gonna get absolutely screwed over here. But I'm okay with that. Like, it's fun to have those runs where you're like, oh, come on, I can do this, and you get absolutely wiped out. So, she's gonna go in. Ooh. Let's see what happens now, guys. So let's redraw. Oh. Let's see what happens here. Bang. Oof. Okay. This next turn, Nova's getting absolutely killed. let's see. I think I'm not going to survive this. But let's take him out. In any way, shape. There she goes. And one of the things about this is... Oh... I don't think I'm going to have anything that's going to wipe them out. Ooh, maybe I do. Nope, not in one turn. Watch this. Doesn't matter who I hit here, Dakka's going to die. Because that poison's going to proc. Bang. One of the downsides, but also one of those really great things I love about the smaller roguelike games is that you can just kind of run through it. You can see your failings and go, oh man, this isn't a great run. Or, you know, didn't really do anything for me. And then you just, you suffer, you kind of go, oh, well, that sucks. On to the next run. And it's also one of those things that for a lot of games have changed with that. They've embraced the shorter, like having a game length or a run length be up to an hour at most is kind of refreshing, because especially being able to just jump into a game and play it for a bit and not have larger time commitments when you've got, you know, like say a Final Fantasy or anything else like that. You've got such large commitments of time to be able to jump into it, and you feel kind of cheated when you know that you've got an hour and you look at a game and go, this is like a 70-hour epic. You know that in the first hour, you're still going to be kind of learning the world and meeting characters and tutorialization. So you don't really feel like you get much out of that. And it's nice that these sorts of games can kind of like spank you very hard in that tutorialization, but it'll only take about 15 minutes. And then you can, another 2 or 3 15-minute runs in that hour gives you that ability to kind of like tuck in on the game and actually really see some really great design. When they do it right, it drives you not just with the unlocks, but more your own comfort, that you kind of go, okay, I'm getting this now. And I'm still yet to get a successful run all the way through to the end on this game, but I like playing it. It's one of those games that's kind of tucked in with Slay the Spire for me, that is really enjoyable, that just has a nice tempo that I feel like I can jump in there, do a little bit of, do a run or two, maybe unlock some things, and then I know the next run, whether it's the next day or later that day or a week from now, whenever that time comes up, that you kind of feel relaxed about it. You know you're not having to go, okay, what was happening? What was I doing in it? What things were occurring? And I like that. It's a great way to kind of enjoy the smaller moments without the frustration of, I don't have enough time to really invest in it. There's very, very few games that kind of go broad on the structure, where you can play them for an hour and that's it. But anything past an hour then involves like larger story elements or more investment in time. I suppose to a degree, maybe Destiny, but it's been so long since I played Destiny that I don't know if that's the case anymore. It's like, if there's anybody watching later and Destiny is a better game for it, like throw it in the comments, because I am honestly interested. So one of the advantages for myself and being a sheet metal worker is that I like standing up when I work and do things. So a standing desk is an absolute necessity. Uh, so let's just make sure that... Yep, everything is still good here. There is no panic outside my home, which is good. And I'm still amazed that all of this stuff is still... There we go. It's actually interesting that while streaming to YouTube, when it's constantly going, oh, there's buffering issues, I can pull it up on my phone and there's no problem. I'm looking at me looking down at myself. All right. So in the kind of continuing elements for it, I'm just going to keep doing some runs in this because it's a fun, fantastic little game to just chill it out with. But we'll try a different leader this time. So, yeah. I like as well that when a game doesn't just assume and kind of place things onto you of going, oh, we've explained what long shot is once, we're not going to ever do it again. I like that having small tutorial windows. It's a great little design thing, especially when you are coming into a game very, very sporadically, when it's a shorter run, a roguelike, or just a card game in general. It's always good to have those little tutorial windows. It's a nice little piece of design that a lot of games very rarely get right, or get it right in the best way possible, which is to just be very short and succinct. Something that I'm not. I'm never short and succinct with anything that I say. Oh, yeah. Okay. The overburn is fantastic. It's like a build-up, and it absolutely wrecks shop, especially if we get some particular followers on this run. So let's just find out. And as always, the first battle. A naked gnome. I'm sure that won't get me banned on YouTube. Well damaged. Attack is increased by 2. All right. Okay. Yeah, these guys are a little different. The tar blades here are... So any one of these that I use to attack is then just going to be 3 damage because I have 3 of the cards. If I had 2, it's 2, so on and so forth. Let's just go really simple here. I'm going to save Grouchy for last. Ooh. Okay, he did not go for the person I thought he would. Eat shit. There we go. Fantastic. All right. What have we got? Okay. All right. So these guys generally, like, it's a nice idea that an enemy has a higher attack and higher health, but to get them down to a level where you can really do something with them, you have to just absolutely hammer on them quickly to drop their damage. Because, yeah, like 4, 6 health, like 8. It'd just be one hit, done. I like freezing these little dudes because if you can get a few good hits on them, then they just get absolutely wiped out. Yeah. So summoned enemies are fantastic in that you can really use them in a way to be able to then buff and kind of block out enemies. Especially damage coming in for your leader, because leader dies, that's it. Everyone else can get absolutely beaten to piss and never really have any problems. So now, because their health dropped below the overdrive damage, wiped them out, done. And there's that wave bell. So as I was saying before, like, if you just want to bring them in early because you're already set, you can just go ahead and do it. Heal those guys there. And another person's dead. Now, let's just swap out and see what we can do here. Oh, no. All right. He's only going to do 1 damage, so we'll take that. Now, what I can do is bring these guys down here. If I do this, nice little bit of health, and hit him for a couple, and then bang, boom, done. All right. So doing slightly. Oh, injured companion. Oh, from previous runs, when injured companions come up maybe 50, 70% of the time, and it's a great little thing because it's companions that you had on previous runs. If you bring them in and have them in a battle, but make sure that they survive, they will go from injured to perfectly healthy. So their health will return to full, the damage will return to full, and they will come straight into your party in one hit. So if you, like me, you got overkilled very quickly, you've then got kind of an advantage. Money is generally good, but I think I'm going to need some cards. So let's see what we got. Ooh. Health is always good, but it got to go damage. Who needs health when you can bash the cunts up? All right. Oh, fantastic. All right, Berry Blade, really good. Like, doing 4 damage and restoring 4 health to your frontline enemy, fantastic. This, however, the overburn is fantastic, and as I said before, doing 3 damage, then plus 3 overburn on top of the 3 that my leader already does, means you can burn down somebody pretty damn quickly. And if I'm lucky here, damn it. There's a specific enemy I'm thinking of, or a specific companion that there's 2 of them, and one will apply overburn to any enemy that has an effect placed upon them, and the other applies effects to those enemies. So they back and forth, and you can just absolutely run up the damage. Okay, so for Foxy there, the 3 and then by 3 is that they will, for every 3 turns, they will hit the enemy 3 times, doing their baseline damage 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So 1 damage 3 times. So they'll, whichever enemy they hit 3 times, 1 damage 3. When deployed, copies the effects of a random enemy in the row. Huh. When hit, add lost health to a random ally. That's actually pretty cool. I'll give that a shot. All right. So, all right. Yeah, these little guys are annoying because there's the mimic and then there's the mega mimic where he does like 5 damage whenever an ally in the row attacks. So you'll get hit from, say, this one 1 damage with the frost, and then you'll get decked with another 5, and you're like, fucking Jesus. All right. Oh, yes, and barrage. All targets in the row. If you only have one person out down here, it will mean that that barrage will hit you and anyone else you've got behind you as well. That does kind of suck. So... Yep. Let's buff that. We're gonna... Oh. Cool, dude. Yep, so there's that 2 damage across all 3. Let's just bring in the cards and see what happens. Alright. You're gonna go in front. Ooh. Okay, now this is a tough one, because... I'm thinking... No. Ooh. There we go. Nice little bonus there. Which is fantastic with the barrage. That's why I was thinking like, oh, do I put them here, there? All right. Let's do this. If I take this out, that's fine. That's only going to hit there. So it'll be 3. Yep, screw it. Get rid of the dangerous one. I'm probably playing this in a way that the developers are absolutely disgusted with. But I will admit, this isn't generally my jam. I'm just really enjoying it. It's a nice little fun, chill game. Ooh. Alright, let's see what the cards bring us today. Let's swap. Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's like some of those little follow-on effect things that are fantastic. I really enjoy it. All right, and this will now bring his health down to 5. The 6 is going to go over the top of it. He's popped. Yes. All right. So, and there we go, recovered from injuries, which I kind of like if you're gonna have a roguelike, if you're going to have companions or great if you're going to have other cards and things that you're using, it's always nice to have a way to have them come back into the game itself, because sometimes they can be underutilized, or maybe they're not right for that run. To have the chance that you can pick them up again, especially when you get knocked out in like a first or second fight, it just kind of gives you a really quick, easy way to reset and go, okay, maybe on this run I'll have a better chance with them, or that maybe you find some charms or some complementary companions that then bolster their skills enough that you kind of go, okay, you know, this works now. All right, so what do we got? Okay, so we've got 1 free treasure, 2 treasures and a snail. So 2 treasures and money. Shade Sculptor is that you get to pick one of the cards that you've got and then get a copy of it. So especially if when you're kind of going through your deck, because the cards are at random, it can be nice to have a particular card that has an additional effect that maybe you quite like, or that you want to have a copy of, so that you have a higher chance of getting maybe 1 or 2 of them early in your hand, or 1 early in your hand and 1 maybe at round 2, round 3. So let's see what the treasure gives us. Oh, I still don't know what this fucker does. So it summons the POM on the enemy side, and it consumes the card. So the card disappears. It will not appear in your hand again during that battle. But while active, he adds barrage to all enemies. So then your enemies will do damage to you all the way down the line. So if you have 3 on the bottom or 3 on the top, the enemies that he's in line with for them is just going to wipe all the way through, which sucks. Why would you want to help your enemies? Like, fuck those guys. This is fantastic, especially with Nova, because even though it applies it to a random enemy, and it does mean that a bit of damage that you're going to do to them is going to be blocked, it means it then goes on to an ally. And remember, as soon as you hit that block, it then procs her damage. Okay, so Snuffer. When sacrificed, add +1 damage to all allies and resummon. Okay, so particularly for this little tribe, you can sacrifice, and whoever you sacrifice, it can be particular things like Snuffer or just allies that you have on the board at the time. You can use that to bolster and buff effects for you greatly. It's quite powerful, but I've never really got the hang of it. I'm going to go Ice Dice. All right, and the Shade Sculptor. So he does limit you. Like, there are some cards that you can't just... Oh, that is pretty good. Like, I do like this card because of the overburn advantage. But being able to then bolster that... I have to go with this. Have a second one of that. All right. Okay, so let's have a look what charms we get this time. Come on, not fragile. A bite charm. Okay. It's with teeth. It's Trent Reznor. Hey, great to see you, Brent. Okay. Well, thank you very much for even appearing. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm just trying this for the first time. I figure New Year's Eve is a pretty good time to be able to try something and fail without too many people seeing it. And then I just went and posted it to Facebook, just making sure that more people who at least know me The people who know me seeing me fail, that's probably going to mean more shit hung on me, but more comfortable shit hung on me rather than just random people on YouTube being like, who's this 40-year-old, weird looking dude? But I'll be honest, that's me. No fails. You did miss the fact that I started a run all bold and brash, being like, oh yeah, this is going to be a fantastic run. And I got absolutely wiped out by the second battle. It was fantastic. All right. So stretch it out. That's not too bad. I'm actually surprised that this thing hasn't fallen over. I've honestly been expecting the stream to just fall over, but YouTube seems to be holding in there. Good on you, YouTube. All right, so let's have a look at what we got. Summon a copy of an ally and consume. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Soulbound to an ally and a random enemy. Take 100 damage when another soulbound card's a sacrifice. Damn. So that'd be great with a sacrifice build. Get you, Brendan. Thanks for dropping by. Hits all undamaged enemies. That is really good. And you... Oh, no, you wouldn't be able to buff that, really. Okay. The crowns, though. Crowns are fantastic. Much like your leader, this is always the first card that is placed into the onto the board. You can use this to basically supplement that. And then you could choose from Valim, Loki, Nova, or Berrysis and put them on the board up front at the start as well, which can be great for Nova, especially because she has 12 turns to be able to affect and hit all enemies. It can also kind of work to your advantage that if you do go that far, you can possibly pull back some of that just by using the... hold on. Oh, no, it's in the game. I thought there would... I thought I was kicking something. Just little tapping noise in the background. So the crowns will then get placed onto those cards so that much like you can see at the top of Valim's card that there's like a small little crowny point. It's just one of those that goes onto it. So it then applies that same element to all of your, to any of your major cards that come out. Let's hold on though, because that'll only give me, don't really have enough. I'm a charm guy. Charms work fantastic, especially if you get the right ones. So I would rather roll on charms. Okay, add 2 times the damage to it and gain consume. That is going to be fantastic for one particular card, I'm thinking. And I can't afford that. Damn. All right, second charm. Also just the coolest element. All right, replace current damage and apply overburn. Even better. So that's fantastic. I am happy with that. So before we go into this next battle, let's apply some charms. All right. Now, the frenzy, we can apply to a few things here. So it will mean that any of these effects are, as you can see with the charm, it adds two frenzy to it. So it will trigger twice instead of once, but then get consumed. It won't be usable in the battle again. So it can mean that I can bring down the turn counter by 4. I can increase health by 2. I can deal two hits of damage for those tar blades that I have in hand, or I can apply 3 times 2 hits, 6 damage, which then applies 6 overburn, which is what I'm going to do. Oh, it's 3. Fuck yes. So 9 overburn. All right. And then this will now replace that damage with more overburn. But I don't want to do that on the 3 times hit. I actually want to do that on... Let's have a look. Let's apply the overburn to everyone. There we go. And... because she's my front line, let's give her some teeth. There we go. All right. And let's see if I suck at this battle. All right. So again, one of those custom things, especially for a boss, hits all enemies. So it's like a barrage attack, but instead of focusing top or bottom row, it's just everyone cops it. So, all right. Now, if I do this, I can then apply it to everyone, and I know that it's going to be applied to my leader, which is awesome. Now, yeah, I'm just going to take it easy for the moment. Now, if I take this off, it should apply to everyone. No, it is only on us. Okay. Yep, let's do it. Oh, nice. This is going to be fan-fucking-tastic. Pop. Pop. Now, yeah, he takes 2 hits on this point. So it's... now he splits in. He'll get a frenzy if anyone else with wild is killed. So for both of them, it's really that you got to pull them down at the same time, but they're a bit kind of like difference, like 6 damage compared to 2. Like you really take a whole bunch of hits and not really worry about it. I'm gonna go with there. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be 9. And there we go. Fantastic. All right. Now... Alright, let's see what else we got. Pop and pop. Yeah. Alright, Blessing of the Sun. Really great thing. So, additional little charms at the end. It's not on everything. It's occasionally with bosses. So consume card played in a battle is not consumed. That's great if you have quite a few of them. The crowns are fantastic. Now that we've got a few additional cards, I'm definitely going to be getting the crowns. 5 5 gold for each kill. That can be great if you specifically have one enemy who hits everyone, which you can with Nova, and it is a great thing, but it can kind of change some things. Lumen Ring, boost effects by 1. So say for having a look at it, apply 3 overburn, that can then become apply 4 overburn. Apply 3 overburn, hits all enemies, 4 overburn. When hit, add lost health to a random ally. I don't know if that'd help, but also for all of these, the different effects that they apply. So for Molten Dip, you could increase damage by 3, which is great. Noomlin is that you can then play those cards in your hand without your turn being handed over. And the Sun Bell means that the redraw bell is fully charged. I think the Lumen Ring and the Crown is the way to go. So, all right, on to the next. And there is word that rain is coming to Brisbane, which means that some people are going to be quite disappointed with the New Year's Eve fireworks, or lack of fireworks, that are probably going to happen now. All right. We've got 2 treasure, 1 frozen traveler, and a charm. Travelers. Because I'm hoping... Yes! All right. Vesta. One of the cards that I was thinking of. So on her attack, if the target has overburn, she doubles it. Doesn't matter what it is, she doubles it. Which, considering as well, barrage, it is fantastic to put her in a row with your leader, because if your leaders, if you manage to bring your leader's counter down to hit before, and then Vesta hits after, you're going to wipe out everyone. Bonbon is a pretty good card. I've only used it once or twice, but it's kind of best used when you can get a Fury card, which then increases the amount of damage that they do, specifically when they're on that row. But Vesta. Gotta go Vesta. All right, so at the limit for companions. So sorry, Loki, you were a fantastic little dog goat thing, but off you go. So, all right, onto the charms. Come on. Huh. That is not bad, although I don't know if I really have a good use for that. Well, we shall see. All right. Oh, Bebop. Bebop is good. Bebop is very good. Bebop is cheap as well. Alright. I think I could afford Bebop and the Shade Clay, but maybe not. Alright. Bebop, you're on board. Good boy. And let's go for another charm. Hey, as I said, charms are great. Oh, smackback. Yes. Okay. Now we can start building this out a little bit more. So, 1 for the crown. I do want to put it on Nova, but I'm actually thinking Vesta might be the best option. Because really need to bring down Valim's counter, though. That could be tougher. Might be better to just apply. Let's go with this. All right. So 4 overburn. Okay. Now she gets smack back. But she doesn't have any damage. Alright. Let's go with Berry Cyst for that. And the pomegranate. I don't really have anybody that's got enough damage that's going to be worthwhile. Oh well. We shall find out. Alright. We are going to swap you two around. Actually, no, if I hand that off, I might be able to use that a little later. This is going to be tough. He's going to hit for 6. And that is a sucky amount of damage. So, sorry, dude. Oof. Oh, man. Oh, boys, get fucked. Okay. Sorry, Goblin. You're out. Oof. There we go. Right. Let's bring you up and you up. Everybody's gonna get hit. All right. Oh, she didn't. Oh, nice. Oh, that is fantastic. I love when that sort of shit happens. Yeah, have some snow. Let's move you up there, and let's move you to here. All right, so I could really screw with them there. No, I shouldn't. And boom. Yes, this is actually becoming a quite good run now. And unfortunately, no little blessing of the sun, which is a pity. Damn it. Munches. Munches. All right. Let's see what we get. That'd be great if I had any allies with a decent amount of damage output, but that ain't happening. Let's get with that. Yes, let's feed the muncher some crap. Avatar blade. I actually want to hold on to that. Avatar blade. There's basically an achievement thing, like you got to feed, I think, 50 items to the muncher, and it unlocks a character or thing. Oh. That is very good. That could be very, very good. Specifically for Nova. Because she's got no damage. She's already got 3 health, but 12 for returns? Ah, of course. Damn. Why wouldn't you let me put it on Nova? They could bring down... Nah. Nah, not worth it. Well, actually, if I did that... 3, and then she's already got barrage. Screw it. Let's try this. All right, 3, 3, 3, and 3, and then barrage. Everybody nearly has barrage now. Toothy shades. Oh, this is probably gonna suck. All right. Yeah. Need to get rid of that dude first. So, let's see what happens now. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. We got to get something good here. Yeah. All right. And everybody's fucked. Ah, fucking aimless, man. All right. All right. Oh, nice. Okay, let's see if we can buff that up a bit. So 3, that'll bring it down to 13. 6, that'll go to 9. And pop. Oh, shit. Hey, that actually works quite well. All right. Charms. Got to go to charms. Boop. Ooh, greed charm. That's not bad. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but hey, if I don't spend a shitload of money, I can actually do some additional damage. Man, what is it with just... All right. Have to go with health. Definitely starting to feel the health issue become a problem. All right. Oh, man. Killing an enemy also counts as sacrificing an ally. That's... Damn. There's those crown cards. If I use the greed charm, then that's... If I just kick to this, and that's an additional 2 damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, screw it. Why not? Let's just leave it at that. So, let's have a look at this. So, 1 additional damage for each 50 coins we have. We've got 100 and something. Let's go with that. And when destroyed... Yeah. Let's use that. It's only got 1 health anyway, so if it hits and then somebody takes it out even after I've just put it down, then maybe it's given me 1 health and... Oh, fuck me. This is an absolutely sucky thing. He's going to sit there and wait. Nova's going back there. Everyone's getting a fucking buff. All right. Now he's going to do 8 damage. cannot let that happen. He's got 1 health left. Fuck him. I'm glad I put this to a kid's stream. Ooh. Alright, let's see if we can freeze him up a bit. Oof. And everybody got fucked. Damn. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is... Wait. Ha! Eat shit. Now, if I can just survive long enough for that. Seems not. Oh, just one of those. Man, if I... Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Well, as you can see, I'm not fantastic at them. I can talk my way through a game, but in actually playing them, not that great. Well, that has been, shockingly, just over an hour and a bit. And I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you to Bryn, who actually kind of dropped in and said hello. Away from that, it's just basically been me talking to the camera for about an hour and 15 minutes, which surprisingly isn't as difficult as I thought it would be. It's kind of nice. Hopefully, at some point in the future, when I do this at a time where there's more people who'd actually engage with this, I'd really like to just kind of sit and chat with people, talk about what, like, I really like hearing the opinions of others about what's happening in games, like really talking at the issues, because so much of our dialogue and discussion is a back and forth where I find people aren't curious. And that's one thing that Scarcely Relevant as a channel is always going to be about. I love to ask people questions and find out their reasoning, why they feel this way, why they feel that way, because so much can come from that. You can go, well, this step, if that's how you feel, how did you feel when this occurred or when that occurred? And you can really get some texture. You can get some really great conversations, and you find a lot of very interesting back and forth that occurs there that I just don't see with how people talk about games anymore. It's something that I will admit I miss about Manabar, and something that was fantastic about it was I would spend hours a night hanging out with friends, and new people would come to the bar every night, and being able to sit and just chat with people was always a fantastic fun way to spend an evening. And seeing as I'm not getting any younger, and I finally have, in a sense, a bit of stability and time to be able to do these sorts of things, and as few less fucks to give, that I'm not worried about failure, I feel I'm kind of prepared for it. So this has actually really been fun. And yeah, thank you to anybody who catches it afterwards. Drop a comment and tell me how bad I am at this. If you are a developer of the game, I'm sorry. I really like it. And thank you for taking a Game Pass deal, because I wouldn't have found it otherwise. And away from that, I'm going to try and do this again tomorrow on the other side, when it is actually New Year's Day and we're in 2025 and counting down to, I don't know what's going to happen next. I I just know that I'm going to be there and see what happens and don't worry so much. That's it. Thanks very much, guys. And catch you around.